Good morning, everybody. I am having a hot cup of chocolate this morning. I don't know if you felt like me, but whole night last night it was pouring rain. You know, and I just love the rain. I mean, it was a nice time to snuggle up and so on, you know what I mean? So, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with the Deacons on Trinity TV. It's wonderful to greet you this morning with a hot cup of cocoa, you know what I mean? So I hope that you're sitting down there having, you know, a nice cup of coffee like me or a cup of cocoa, and you're into watching, you know, Trinity TV, where we only proclaim the good news. And I have some good news from Papa Francis this morning. The good news from Papa Francis on this beautiful, rainy Thursday morning is this: how beautiful it would be if each of you watching me right now and in the world every evening could say, today at school, at home, at work, guided by God, I showed a sign of love towards one of my friends, one of my parents, an older person, somebody that I met. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So some of you who are going to be watching me later on this evening at 9, between 9 and 9:30, it would be wonderful for us to say at the end of the day, I did something guided by God, something beautiful for someone. Let's then make that mantra part of what we do every single day, to do something good for someone. And you know, we're doing it over the media. So right now we're sharing with you something over the media, and I have somebody from the media, from CAMCEL. Have you ever heard about the name CAMCEL? So we're going to talk today about what is CAMCEL, who is CAMCEL, what do they stand for? And today I have the marketing officer from CAMCEL, Michael De Pisa. Welcome to the beautiful show this morning on Trinity TV, Breakfast with the Deacons.
And I'm having coffee.
And he's having coffee, I'm having cocoa. Great. Mike, CAMCEL. Lots of people know, you know, all right, we have the Catholic news, they read the Catholic news, they buy it, they see it. But CAMCEL, what is CAMCEL all about?
Right. CAMCEL is a marketing arm of the Archdiocese. It stands for Catholic Media Services Limited. Our main function is the printing and the distribution of the Catholic news, right, on a weekly basis.
Right.
Every single week for the entire year, we produce the Catholic news.
Right.
Other functions that we have is, again, marketing. We assist communities in marketing of the events. We assist the Archbishop Appeal Fund in marketing activities, Synod in their marketing activities, the Catholic Voices in their marketing activities. So we're involved in a number of commissions and departments in helping them to promote what they do. Right?
But you're a communications arm of the Catholic Church.
Well, initially through the Catholic news.
Yeah.
What we also do is we do publishing of booklets. We've published the Go Teach, which is a compilation of works from the former Archbishop Gilbert, and also we publish booklets on behalf of the Archdiocese.
Right. Did you all do Ask Me Another? Were you all involved in Ask Me Another by the former Archbishop Anthony Pantin? You know, he used to have all these little things about asking him a question, he'd give an answer. And I remember I have a book of his home that says Ask Me Another.
Yeah, we were involved in all those activities.
I realize that the Archdiocese, I don't know if it's under CAMCEL, so I'm asking, you all have web pages and so on. You know,
well, you know, the new direction is social media.
Social media, right.
And we're involved in that heavily. We've just brought on Ms. Tracy Chiming on as a member of staff to help develop that aspect of communication.
Right.
So we're heavily involved in that. Facebook pages, Twitters, blogs, all of that. We're heavily involved in the promoting of that particular arm of communication.
So CAMCEL is incorporating newsprint, the social media. You all also publish books, promote what is happening outside.
And also we're looking at in the future to get into other arms of
communications.
Communications.
Right. I mean,
we can't say anything now, but
Right.
we're looking at other arms.
I was seeing the other day that they had this photo competition or photo
A
workshop or
workshop,
something like that. Were you all involved in that?
Well, we initiated that.
You all initiated that?
Yeah, we initiated that particular project because it's an outreach to the various parishes.
Right.
We want to establish in each parish a media team.
Okay, great.
The function of that media team is to capture information that's what's going on in the particular parish and feed it into CampCell so we can publish it in the Catholic News and other form of media, and so at least the entire nation, and by extension, some areas of the islands that acquire the Catholic News, Barbados, St. Vincent, Grenada, will be able to have information at their fingertips.
Well, that sounds great.
So we've had the workshop in South at La Romaine last weekend, Friday and Saturday. We had about 60-something participants.
60-something.
Yeah. And then this weekend, on Friday and Saturday, again, we're having it in the northern area at Curragh Parish Hall. Again, the numbers are between 60 and 70.
So you all have, they had to pre-register or something?
Yes, there's
like
a pre-registration. There's a small registration fee, and you will get lunch and snacks and so on.
Right. But this is basically to get parishes now to communicate what's happening at their parishes.
Well, the visual is very important. People love to get a picture, right? So that is where we started. I think later on, we will then be doing writing workshops. So at least at the end of the day, we have people in the parishes that are well-rounded in producing information that we can get and then pass on to the general public.
That's normally something that a lot of people always talk about. We don't get the information from you all. We don't get the information.
Well,
we have so much information to get. But it is there. And what you all are doing now is empowering people, right, to get involved. But that must be exciting too, because you've got so many people outside here who love photography, they love writing, and if they could put that together
in a package
to get it to you all.
I think what is very encouraging is the number of young people who are involved in it, right? So, again, we're tapping into the youth. That's the future of the faith and the future of the readers of the Catholic News.
But I'm glad so let's kick off with that, because I've noticed that we have some nice pictures here. You spoke about the youth and so on, but what do we have here? I am seeing we've got, we've got here, what is it? Kieran John, right? From the Christian primary school. He's 5 years old, and he did this beautiful picture. Now, you're here to promote something.
Yeah.
What is it you're promoting?
We're here to promote the 4th annual Color and Win competition. This is the 4th year we're having this competition.
Color and Win.
Right. So it's basically to get the youth of Trinidad and Tobago between the ages of 5 and 15 to bring out their creative talents.
Right.
Right. We know that we are very creative people, right? And this is an opportunity for them to exercise that talent and win, right? Win trophies, win starter accounts via the sponsors, and we have 3 age groups, 5 to 7, 8 to 10.
Right.
They are required to color an image that appears in the Catholic News. And this year's image is Jesus on the cross.
Jesus on the cross. And it almost looks, that's beautiful. So that's the image that you want them to color.
Yes, that's the image that we want them to color. Later on in the competition, we'll have another image.
Right.
Normally, we have 2 images that they color, and they color during the life of the competition.
Right.
The competition started on the 10th of August, and it runs until the 6th of October. So every weekend during that period, an image will appear in the Catholic News, where children 5 to 7 and 8 to 10 are required to color. Right? They can use whatever media, the medium of coloring they want. Color pencils, crayons. We've had some entries where the children provided glitter. They glued and they had glitter on it. So it gave a different dimension to the piece.
Did you all expect them to come up with that, with the glitter?
No. Honestly, no. And it was very imaginative and very creative.
Children, if you ask a child to do something, they could come up with about 99 different
That's
ways
right.
of doing it,
Yeah.
you know. It is, we adults, we sort of narrow it down. Well, it could only be color pencils, it could only be crayons or something like that. But they are unbelievable.
Yeah. And I think what is very promising is that the judges we have in the competition, Mr. Clayton DeFreitas and Ms. Quinn Johnson, every year they have a major challenge in selecting the various winners. It's amazing, you know. And then in the older age group, 11 to 13, and they are required to draw an image representing the Catholic faith.
Right.
Primarily found around the church and things like that.
Yeah.
So we've gotten some fantastic entries. Again, the judges have complained that it's so hard to judge. Yes, and they're seeing future artists coming out from these entries.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So 11 to 13-year-olds, you choose your own image, your own religious image, you know, and you come up with whatever medium you want.
Yeah, whatever. Some of the images that we have had in the past. You know, in Cedrus, we have altar in the shape of a canoe.
Yes.
Right. They've done that.
Yeah.
Right. Some of the images in the cathedral before it was closed.
Yeah.
Schools from Port of Spain, Maria Regina, they went in there. The teacher went in there, right? And they spent a half day there just looking at the images in there. And the stained glass, stained glasses that were there. That's where a number of children drew. Right? From Tobago, we have had entries of their stained glass. Right. So it's fun. It's good. It's good that we have an opportunity of getting the children. Drawing on that creative talent of the children.
Now, all of these beautiful images, you said that this competition has been running now for the last
4 years.
4 years.
This is the fourth year.
This is the fourth one. This is the fourth year.
This is
So
the fourth
we've
year.
had
Three
previous years. Is there anywhere that anybody listening right now to the show could say, but I would love to see what some of those images look like? Do you all have like a bank, a library,
What we have
an archive or something?
What we have done, we normally keep the pictures for a year, and then we give them back to the children. During that year, what we do, we go around the country promoting it in the schools and showing what has been done. Well, we had an idea, but it didn't materialize, where we could use some of the images and produce a calendar. But that is, we did not bite on that particular cherry. But that is something that we could look at in the future, where we can highlight the images in a calendar format, and so at least it'll be there for prosperity.
You know, sometimes, have you ever driven on Ryson Road outside the and Tech? And on their wall, Power Gen's wall, you have all of these, you know, pictures and beautiful pictures that people have, young people have drawn and so on with regards to the environment and power and all this sort of thing. Really lovely. What I was thinking about is, you know, even for those people who may not have won, you know, if you all had a Facebook page or something like that, where they could go up and see, but hey, that is mine. You know what I mean? And you'll have it there for life. You know what I mean? You could just go up there and see, well, look, this is the page.
Well, we have we have kept the images on digital. We have photographic images of them, so we can probably look at that in the future.
Because you know, if you know, I am a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old or whatever it is, and I know I entered the competition, and Daddy could say, well, okay, listen, let's go up and check your picture. You know
what we have also done, we have given them the images of the pictures also. So but we have the images in our archives in the past 3 years, so we can always go back and get them.
Good. Now, CAMCEL is the media arm of the Catholic Church. They're promoting this year this Color and Win competition, right? And it started already.
It started in the past 2 Catholic news issues.
Right.
The images were there.
Listen, this is such a wonderful, creative way for your children, your grandchildren to get involved. Not only that, but they're going to learn some wonderful things. I mean, the image that you spoke about here that we are seeing is an image of Jesus on the cross. You know, Jesus on the cross, and this is so beautiful. You know, was it last year?
Yeah, that's 2 years ago.
That's 2 years ago, and the 2 years ago, the image 2 years ago, which is the cathedral. I mean, what a beautiful image here that somebody colored. Because what it also does is it tells us also about the beautiful architecture that we have the religious architecture, these icons, our no, this is not the pro-cathedral, this is the real cathedral. Our cathedral here in Port of Spain, which they are restoring. You know, and these things are wonderful because not only do the children see our various churches, because you may have had somebody down in Point Fortin, La Brea, and so on,
that's right.
who may never have come up to Port of Spain, doesn't know what the Catholic Church looks like, but here I'm coloring it. You know,
and then this one here we have the Madonna.
And is this any image at all of a local image of the Madonna, or is this something that you all just put out in the Catholic news for them to draw?
This is the one we put out in the Catholic news.
Right, okay, good.
So what we have the cathedral was one, and then there's the stained glass of the family, right? This is up at the St. Joseph.
Oh, so this actually comes from a church.
Church, yeah, St. Joseph.
Beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful.
And then we also had one from Tobago. Yeah, so we have used images from Trinidad.
Local images.
Local images, yeah.
You were mentioning that there was one with a canoe or something like that.
Well, yeah, one of the children drew the altar, which is the shape of a canoe.
The altar, that's right. And that's down in...
It's Cedros, yeah.
It's Cedros.
Yeah.
Now, you see the power of the media. Power of the media. You're watching Trinity TV this morning. And you all, you know, we are people of images. You know, I was watching a TED, you know, the TED network. And they were talking about the power, and we are visual people.
That's
and
right.
that people learn so much from what they see. Everybody is on an iPad, an iPhone, they're on television, they're watching DVDs, they're going on to the internet. Powerful, powerful, powerful signs and symbols. You know, and people are attracted, and they learn more from what they see.
You remember more?
Yeah. We all learn that a picture is worth
1,000 words.
1,000 words. They're saying now that a picture is worth more than 1,000 words, sometimes a million words. You know, and these are beautiful images that people are seeing here, and that people are going to paint, and it will last a lifetime. It tells a story. You know, it tells a story of 1,000 words.
Yes.
You were telling us about Camp Cell. How big is Camp Cell? Where you are located and so on?
We are on Independence Square, just adjacent to the cathedral.
Right.
The staff is just 13. We have 13 members of staff. Yeah. But a lot of people come in to help.
Right.
We have the proofreaders that come in. We have 4 proofreaders that come in to read. And we have a lot of people who give us support.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you all print, let's take for instance, we spoke about the Catholic news. Do you all print your own Catholic news?
Well, it's done through the Express.
It's done through another media house?
Yeah.
Okay, so you all would then send, so do you all do the typesetting?
Everything
like I know what this is about, but anyway.
Yeah, everything is done in-house.
Everything is done in-house.
Is done outside is the printing.
Right.
And then we get distributors to distribute to the various points, and then the people come, the Catholic faithful come and collect the papers and distribute it in churches.
How many Catholic news do we print on a weekly basis?
Right now, during the summer period, summer period is quote unquote. But during the July to August period, it goes down to about 17,000. But we are just averaging just under 19,000.
About 19,000 that you print on a weekly basis.
And then it goes up to about 21,000 during the Advent period, and also during the Easter period.
Yeah. But somebody tells me, I mean, I notice it even in our parish. Whenever you have your little specials, like you would have something like
the raffles,
or a trip to Rome, or that's part of the raffle too, that you sell out.
Yeah, we sell out because everybody wants to get have an opportunity of just paying $5 to win a fantastic opportunity of winning a trip to Rome. So that has been very successful for us. Yeah. And again, with the dinner with the bishop.
Dinner with the bishop. Was dinner with the bishop?
Fantastic.
It was?
Yeah. The feedback from those 5 people that had the opportunity of being there. It was fantastic. The comments that we've gotten. There's a lady, Miss O from Tobago.
Somebody from Tobago on it?
Yeah, well, we did by vicariate. So every vicariate had an opportunity of somebody from that particular vicariate getting an opportunity of dining with the bishop. And the young lady from Tobago, we have pictures of her sitting down in his chair in his office. And she said that was experience was amazing.
Yeah. Imagine that, eh? You're sitting down
Behind
in the
the bishop's desk.
behind the archbishop's desk, and you know how many archbishops we've had there? Because the archbishop's house has been there for like, eons.
Yeah.
So that you've had a number of archbishops who've been there. So yeah, that must be wonderful to be in the same hallway.
So we're hoping to have another one again this year.
He's just sharing that with me, but Pope John Paul II was also in the archbishop's house. So isn't that amazing? So imagine I walked where a saint walked, and of course we have our own saint.
What is so amazing is that it shows the archbishop a different line, nice, warm, friendly person. Sometimes the archbishops are orphans, but in a nice atmosphere, it showed he's a human being just like anybody else. He was warm, friendly, welcoming. And I think that part of the experience was very, very telling to those 5 people that came.
Did he cook for them, or he just sat down and had a meal with them? Well, because he's a good cook.
Yes, he has a nice hand in barbecuing.
Yes, of course he barbecued for the youth. But hold on a minute. He likes his wild meat. Remember, there's a ban on wild meat, Your Grace, and that goes for you too. You can't eat any wild meat during this period of no hunting.
I think he has cut down that because of his
He's cut down eating wild meat? He's a country boy. You can't cut down eating wild meat for a country boy.
I'm saying he's cut down on his eating of meat because of his so.
Now that is a wise thing. Your Grace, your deacon here is also a vegetarian. So it's good to hear that you're cutting down on your wild meat eating. But, at this point, I just want to shout out a couple people, because more and more as we meet people on the streets, they tell us they look at Trinity TV. Trinity TV is another arm of communications. And I want to shout out Angela Richards from Dr. Thivi Kuravilla's office. You watch Breakfast with the Deacons, you watch Trinity TV, you tell me you always have your television on this station. Well, Angela Richards and Rachel Peer and Gwendolyn and Val Mohammed and Cynthia Lauchitang and Charmaine Curtin and Father Bunty. Father Bunty, Father Bunty doesn't miss this show. Father B, listen. I have no sugar in my cocoa. So I want you to follow this example. Right, good. So all those looking on at Trinity TV this morning, we want to tell you all a big shout out. There's so many people that we can't shout out everybody, but Sherry Ann Timothy just recently met me and she said, yes, I look at Trinity TV. So we just want to say, hey, thank you for looking at Trinity TV. Tell your friends about, if they want to hear about good news, no ads, watch Trinity TV.
And this is a very good news.
And this is good news.
This is good news.
And this here is awesome news. Now,
I just want, before this could not be possible without the help of sponsors.
Could you tell us some of these sponsors?
We have to say thank you very much to Magic Mist, Flavorite, who has been with us from inception. Right. Kiss Baking.
Yes.
Camcel, of course, and Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, all of these, I'm seeing Flavorite, Magic Mist, Kiss, Camcel, Republic Bank, all of these are your corporate sponsors.
Yes, corporate sponsors.
And if you had, now let me share something with you. A lot of people look at Trinity TV. A lot of corporate sponsors corporate people look at Trinity TV. Do you all need any more sponsorships to come on board?
We always need sponsors to come on board.
Right.
They can still come on board. Yeah, so we're waiting on the telephone to ring when I get back to the office.
I want you all to go and Google Camcel. You'll find their telephone numbers. What are your telephone numbers? Because after this show, people are going to be calling you.
It's 623-7620.
623-7620. 7620. Call Camcel. I think you would want to be part of this beautiful part of creativity and encouraging our youth. Hear what? To get off the television, to get off the iPads and iPhones and spend a little time coloring. Back to the old coloring.
And drawing.
Coloring and drawing and just, being creative. Now, there's somebody who is extremely creative, and that is our brother Richard Jones. They call him the Techno Monk. And he is launching his techno album on Friday called Discover. Friday the 22nd of August 2014, right, at Fatima College, Mocorapo Road, Port of Spain, and from 7 to 9, it's going to be a red carpet affair. right? Uncle Derek is going to be there. It's going to be a red carpet affair. Tickets, if you buy your tickets early, and you can get your tickets from Mount St. Benedict, from Living Water Community, from other parishes and so on. If you get your ticket before Friday, it's $150, right? At the door, it's $200, okay? And listen, it's going to be an amazing talent. It's a launch of an amazing talent. This brother Richard Jones is amazing. You know, he reminds me a little bit of Jesus. You know, he goes down, he limes in shakers. Yeah, I've never been to shakers. Brother Richard has been into shakers, liming and singing. And I hear the Bishop, Robert Lianos, was liming with him too. You know what I mean? And he goes down in his habit to lime in shakers and meet people, talk with them, and to sing. And his album Discover is amazing. You know, so we had him here on Tuesday. He was launching Discover, launching his launch, I should say, of Discover this Friday. Listen, we always want to promote something positive. This is something that's positive. There he is fusing he's fusing the classical music with techno music, all for the praise and glory of God. And this is all by 5Z1 Productions. 5Z1 Productions. And they are also doing wonderful work with young people, also promoting the majesty of God, the talent of God. Today we had Kamsel telling us all about another kind of talent, the art side of the talent. Now, Brother Richard is talking to us about the music side of talent, you know, and promoting it. David danced for the Lord. King David had one massive choir. Go back and check. Go back and check and you will see in your Bible. And this Bible is so wonderful. It tells you all these wonderful things. So listen, Tekla Chung, I know you're looking on, and Auntie Ruby looking on Trinity TV and Breakfast with the Deacons. I have my brother here talking about, Michael De Pisa talking about Kamsel. If you're just tuned in, Kamsel is this Catholic media
Services Limited.
And it is the Media Services Limited. And who's the GM of Kamsel?
Miss Lucille Natu.
Lucille Natu.
Yes.
Yeah. And Lucille is the person who runs the day-to-day operations.
Runs the day-to-day operations and manages very well.
And manages
That's
very
a
well.
good job.
This is a good job.
Good job.
Good job. And you said you had about 13 people.
Yeah, we have 13 members and staff.
And
yeah.
how is it? I mean, you have it broken down into different areas.
In the editorial part of it, we have Kathleen Mirage, who's the editor. Raymond Sims, who's the associate editor. We have Lara Gordon, who's our writer. Presently we have a trainee, Tracy Smith.
Right, what she does.
Tracy Smith.
And is she the
during the summer period, we normally bring on interns from UE and so on, so give them practical experience.
So you'll invite interns to come and be part of this thing?
Yeah. And then in the circulation, we have Miss Charmaine Melanie.
Right.
In advertising, Mary Pittman.
Right.
Vernon Kilawan, who is our media relation.
Vernon,
right.
yeah.
Myself, Michael.
Yeah.
And then Leo.
You're hearing this team? This is an A-team. Trinity, you've been watching Trinity TV and Breakfast with Deacons. See you all next week, Tuesday. Watch us again tonight. Have a wonderful day, everybody. See you all. Mike, thanks a lot for coming on board and for watching this man. Awesome.
Thank you.